evening. I'm Mr. Core Appleton, and you are tuned in to BNN, the Body News Network, the only news channel broadcasting live from inside the human body. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a breaking news alert of the highest urgency.
Good evening, or is it? Because inside this body right now, it is absolutely not a good evening. I'm Mr. Core Appleton, and this is BNN, the Body News Network, broadcasting live from deep inside the human body, where breaking news happens every single second of every single day. Tonight, we bring you a story so alarming, so frankly outrageous, that our producers almost didn't believe the reports coming in. Almost. Here is what we know. At approximately 12:30 this afternoon, following a meal consisting of 3 ultra-processed 2 cans of cola, and what witnesses describe as a suspicious-looking orange powder substance, a full-scale attack was launched against the most important organ in this entire body, brain headquarters. That's right, the brain. Your memory, your focus, your emotions, your ability to decide whether eating an entire bag of crisps at midnight is a good idea. Spoiler, it is not. We have our field reporter, Mr. Ben Banana, on the ground. Ben, what is happening out there? Core, can you hear me? It is wild out here. I'm standing just outside the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, concentration, and impulse control. And I have to tell you, it looks like a disaster zone. Neurons are misfiring. Inflammation signals are being sent in every direction. I can literally see oxidative stress building up along the culprit, standing right over there, bold as you like, is junk food. Ultra-processed, artificially colored, and looking extremely smug about the whole thing. I've managed to get an exclusive interview, junk food. You've launched an attack on this person's brain. Millions of people across this body are frightened. Cognitive function is declining. Moods are crashing. My first question to you is simple. Why? Why are you attacking the brain?
Before we go any further, if you're not subscribed to BNN yet, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss a live report from inside your own body. We drop new episodes every week, and trust me, you do not want to be the last person to know what's happening in there. While you're at it, smash that like button. It takes 1 second, and it tells YouTube this episode matters, which means more people get the health facts they actually need. Drop a comment below. Tell us what villain you want BNN to investigate next. We read every single one. And if you know someone who smokes, who's stressed, who skips sleep, or lives on fast food, share this episode with them. Not to lecture them, just to let BNN do it instead. And if you're listening on the go, save this episode for offline so you never lose your place. All right, the body is under attack. Let's get back to the broadcast.
Attack? Oh, Benny, my dear friend. I wasn't attacking, I was simply arriving. And may I point out, I was invited. Nobody forced this person to open that bag of crisps at 11 p.m. Nobody held a gun to their head and said, drink the second cola. I was chosen, Ben, freely, enthusiastically. Now, why the brain? That's an excellent question. You see, the brain runs on glucose. Beautiful, steady glucose. What I do is simple. I flood the system with a massive sugar spike, dopamine shoots up, the brain feels incredible for about 20 minutes. And then, crash. Energy plummets, mood drops, focus, gone. And here's the beautiful part, Ben, the crash makes the brain crave me more. It's not an attack, it's a subscription service. The inflammation I cause? That's just a bonus feature. Chronic neuroinflammation linked to depression, anxiety, even cognitive decline over time. But don't worry, the label says low fat, so everyone's fine, probably.
Core, I need to update our viewers urgently. The situation here has deteriorated significantly in the last few minutes. I've just had confirmation from our neuroscience team that blood-brain barrier integrity is being compromised. That is the protective shield around this brain, and it is weakening. I repeat, serotonin production has dropped. Cortisol, that's your stress hormone, is surging. The amygdala, your emotional processing center, is now in a near constant state of threat response. Essentially, this brain is stressed, foggy, moody, and struggling to remember what it had for breakfast, which, by the way, was also ultra-processed cereal with 17 grams of added sugar. So junk food's still here, still smiling. I have my second question, and the viewers deserve an honest answer. You've told us why you attack. Now tell us, what habits are making your attack even worse? What is this person doing that's giving you more power?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. You want the full tour? Let me introduce my allies. First, lack of sleep. When this person doesn't sleep properly, the glymphatic system, the brain's overnight cleaning crew, cannot flush out my toxic waste products, so they accumulate. Inflammation worsens. I get stronger. Second, chronic stress. Cortisol floods the hippocampus, shrinking it over time. Memory and learning suffer. And stressed people? They reach for comfort food. My food. It's basically free advertising. Third, physical inactivity. Exercise produces BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which literally repairs and grows brain cells. No exercise, no repairs. My damage, permanent. The most beautiful one screens before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, wrecks sleep quality, and sends this person scrolling through food advertisements at midnight. For me, it's not even a competition, Ben. When the habits align, poor diet, no sleep, no movement, high stress, this brain doesn't stand a chance. I don't even need to try. We are back, and I wish I could tell you the situation has improved. I cannot. Our field team has confirmed that the crisis inside brain headquarters has now reached what the scientists are calling a critical threshold. Neuroinflammation is no longer a localized event, it is spread across multiple regions. The frontal lobe is struggling, the hippocampus is under sustained pressure. And the reward system, the dopamine pathway, has been so thoroughly hijacked by junk food that this brain is now actively prioritizing processed sugar over rational thought. Let that sink in. Your brain is literally choosing the next snack over your own long-term well-being, not because you are weak, but because the chemical manipulation happening right now is that powerful. We have also received reports of secondary damage, mood instability, difficulty concentrating, a strange compulsion to stare at the biscuit cupboard every 45 minutes. Mr. Ben Banana remains on the ground. Ben, the body needs answers. We need to know one thing above all else. How do we stop this?
Core, I'm here. Barely, but I'm here. I'm inside the nucleus accumbens, the brain's core reward center, and it's almost completely taken over. Dopamine receptors are being hijacked as we speak. I'm here in the brain, where junk food first overstimulated, then downregulated it. Now it needs more junk food just to feel normal. That's the definition of dependency. The blood-brain barrier we reported earlier was weakening, has now allowed inflammatory particles to cross directly into brain tissue. This is serious, long-term. This pathway is linked to increased risk of depression, anxiety disorders, and accelerated cognitive aging. But we are not giving up. This body can fight back. And to find out how, I am going to ask Junk Food the question every single listener needs to hear the answer to right now.
Junk food, you've told us why you attack. You've told us what makes you stronger. Now, and I want a straight answer, what can be done to stop you? What actually weakens your power over this brain?
Stop me. Fine. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. Because frankly, I'm not worried. Most people won't do any of it consistently anyway.
Vegetables, fruits, legumes, oily fish, nuts, seeds. These contain antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and polyphenols that directly reduce the neuroinflammation I cause. The Mediterranean diet in particular has clinical evidence behind it for protecting brain function. I absolutely despise the Mediterranean diet. Second sleep, 7 to 9 hours.
Proper, consistent, screen-free sleep. The glymphatic system activates during deep sleep and physically washes my toxic byproducts out of the brain. Every good night of sleep is essentially
A direct attack on my operation. I find it deeply offensive. Third, exercise. Even 30 minutes of moderate movement triggers BDNF, that brain repair protein,